Hey my friends, what's going on? Ultimus here. Today's video I wanted to do something a little bit fun, a little bit different than we've normally done before, and thought I would give you my opinion and my top 5 list for favorite warrior armor sets. And these are typically the sets I rotate through most often when looking for a good transmog. I will mix it up a bit because in general I really do like most of the warrior sets. I feel like out of all of these sets, out of all the classes in game, warriors have always gripped me the most and been one of the biggest reasons I've stuck with the class for so long. I think for the most part Blizzard does a pretty good job of keeping our plate sets looking just pretty brutal and overall just warrior themed. There's been a couple that have slipped through the cracks a bit here and there I think, but overall I do like the plate design for warriors in Warcraft. I did decide to retransmog my sword to the good old Girthlack heroic version because I feel like it goes really well with all my favorite transmog sets anyways. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. In our number 5 spot, we have the Onslaught set from the Black Temple. You can pick up all of these pieces in the Black Temple. Strangely enough, the bracer, belt, and boot tokens all drop in the Sunwell, but they don't actually match the set. It's very strange, but the pieces that match this set do drop in the Black Temple as well. Now, the set itself goes fully matching with these boots. As you can see, they match the theme and the whole overarching style of the set itself. But I tend to myself really like the charred Saronite Greaves from Ulduar. I believe they drop from the 10-man version of Ulduar if you want to go pick those up yourself, but I feel like they match the set very well and I like that style of boot. Any chance I can get away with it on my warrior, I do so. So yeah, Onslaught definitely sits very firmly in my number 5 spot. Strangely enough, I used to actually not like this set. This used to be one of those sets that I used to think was kind of meh, mostly because I thought the shoulders were kind of silly, the way they like stacked back and stuff like that. Kind of like got in the way of your character's head. I don't know why I never liked it, because now I think it's one of the sickest looking sets in the game. You can actually find a blue colored version of it as the Vengeful Gladiators plate set, and you can pick that up in Area 52 if you're into that, and it also is a very, very nice looking set, but I tend to prefer the brown and yellow one myself. Next up at our number 4 slot is the Wrathful Gladiators set. This set is such an iconic set, mostly because it was one of the easier sets to get for warriors in Cataclysm and in Mist of Pandaria. The honor cost for it is pretty cheap compared to some of the other ones, and it just looks cool. If you just look at those shoulders, they're just brutal. They are just insanely brooding and menacing, and it just looks sick. The belt and boots themselves are drops from Icecrown Citadel on the 25-man version. I believe it is either that or the 10-man heroic. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but I do know that is where they drop. Their names, to be specific, the belt is the Malevolent Girdle, and the boots are the Hellfrozen Bone Grinders, I believe is what the names of those are, and you can pick those up again in Icecrown Citadel. Yeah, this set just very iconic again as a warrior set. It was a tie between this one and the Relentless set. I really like the blue theme that comes with the Relentless set, but overall I just find myself going back to Wrathful over Relentless. Both of those sets though I loved, and I liked that whole Wrathful Gladiator season itself because the gear was a cool like build on itself, because every time there was a new Gladiator set for any class, it was a build upon the original one. So if you look at the Hateful Gladiators and the Deadly Gladiators, and then you had the Relentless and now the Wrathful, and like just the shoulders, they like get more and more intense. There's just spikes everywhere, and it's kind of the running joke that it's not a warrior tier without spikes everywhere. In our number 3 spot is one that I have the hardest time pronouncing, the Sanctified Mirrors set. This set is one of the sickest looking sets I think to come out of World of Warcraft, especially the Wrath of the Lich King era. Actually, to be completely honest, I had a hard time picking this list simply because I found that almost all the gear I was picking was from Wrath of the Lich King, and I was like, But then I looked back on it and I realized Wrath of the Lich King had some pretty sick looking gear, especially for warriors. The matching with these gloves and boots, which are not part of the original set themselves, but they are the flesh-rending gauntlets, and those do drop off of the heroic version of Icecrown Citadel, I believe in the 25-man version, as well as the blood-soaked Saronite Stompers. You can pick those up in the same raid type as well. Number 2 spot is Golden King's Regalia. This is the challenge mode set for warriors that we were able to achieve and unlock throughout the course of Mist of Pandaria. I thought it was one of the cooler looking challenge mode sets. The only ones I really actually liked a lot were the Death Knight, Warrior, Paladin sets. I thought the plate sets outshined every other set out there, but that's just me. That's probably why I play mostly plate classes. I like the way plate armor looks, but again, I just thought the helmet looked pretty dope. Just very dominating, just very commanding, very authoritative looking set, I thought, with the boots and the draping on the belts and stuff like that. I just think this set is so cool looking, and I was super happy to get it while it was still available. And again, it still looks great with Girthlack, I thought. Let's get that shot with the moon there. Oh yeah. But yeah, the tassels and the red strips of cloth hanging off it with the little smoking, smoldering effect coming off those shoulders is definitely one that makes this set one of my favorites. And last but not least, sitting very firmly, obviously to me, no questions, the moment I started putting this list together, that one was for sure number one, is the Colossal Dragonplate set. And this set, in any color it comes in, I don't care if it's the Raid Finder version, which is all in yellow, the normal version, which is all in brooding, menacing red, or the purple here from the heroic version. I think this is the coolest looking set that Blizzard has ever put out for Warriors. I just love the way it comes together. I love the way it sits. I just think, again, if you're looking at the shoulders even too, if you see how you have that broken off tusk there, or horn there on the back, it just looks awesome. It took me forever to get the boots to drop for this set, but now that I finally have them, I'm a happy warrior. Just matches the sword perfectly, goes great with my tabard. I love the helmet. And again, most of these, again, well, not most of these, all of these are tier sets, and they are sets. I know transmogging can be fun to mix and match pieces, and a couple of the sets, as you can see, I was able to mix and match some of them and bring some of the different colored just belts and boots and hands and things like that in it. But for me, when I'm going for a transmog, I really like being able to pull off full sets, and a lot of these tier sets to me are some of the coolest looking things ever. So yeah, just Colossal Dragonplate, man, I can't get enough of the set. Cannot get enough of it. I think it is the most rugged and warrior-esque set that Blizzard has ever come out with. Definitely, easily my #1 spot. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Now, I want you to leave me a comment in the comment section. Go ahead and tell me what your favorite transmog or armor set is for your class. Whether it's warrior or anything else that you play. I want to hear back from you guys and see what you have to say. It'd be kind of cool. And if you want, feel free to leave a link in the description to your armor of your character wearing it. If you have it, that'd be pretty sick. Love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to streaming at some point on Saturday. I'm not sure what time. I got some things I got to sort out just to make sure that the day opens up and I'm able to, but I'm planning on streaming at some point on Saturday if any of you want to come watch and hang out. I know with BlizzCon going on and stuff like that, there's going to be a lot of us trying to check out streams going on there, and keeping our eyes on Twitter and Facebook and any kind of social media so we can pick up as much news as possible. But I thought it'd be fun to kind of stream for the day, so keep your eyes and ears out for that. I'll be making an upload video for that, just letting you know when I'll be going live in a little bit. Probably have that going up about half an hour to an hour or so before the stream starts. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.